Top 10 features for an outdoor space coming at you right now. Enjoy. So our number one is an outdoor bar. You're going to love an outdoor bar. It's one of my favorite things to do. In your inside bar, I say this all the time, people are gonna be magnets to that bar. You can hardly get them away from the bar. Outdoor bar is the same thing. You can put it in an area that's very small. So imagine your outdoor kitchen like you're seeing in these shots here, and you can extend that outdoor kitchen with an outdoor bar very easily. And that gives a lot of space for people to be around. You can do it right next to an outdoor kitchen. In fact, you can do an L shape like you're seeing here, where you have the kitchen on one side, you can have the bar at the other side, and while somebody's there at the barbecue cooking, you can be there at the bar associating and hanging out with that person. A bar also does a great job if you have an outdoor TV. Everybody's directed back towards the TV, watching the TV, chatting while you're barbecuing, and it's a great feature, again, for an outdoor space. If you have a smaller area, it could be right in the corner, in fact, of unusable space prior. You can put a bar in there and all of a sudden it becomes a very usable destination. And you can also do it around the post of a structure. You can put them in a swimming pool. It's called a swim up bar, but they add another benefit. You can have a couple of benches in the pool itself, and then on the outside, of course, you can talk to people. Same thing with a hot tub. You can have a bar on the outside of a hot tub, and people could be in the hot tub, people could be on the outside around that bar, and you have that in the hot tub, out the hot tub vibe that's going on. Another really cool thing about an outdoor bar is you don't necessarily have to do it built in. You could do a bar that's store-bought. So basically you see all these examples here we're showing. These are just store-bought bars, and they really add another destination and another kind of just hangout zone, and you don't even have to build it in. Very inexpensive. Buy it late in the season and you're gonna have a very nice addition to your outdoor space. So again, so many benefits to a bar in an outdoor space. Our number two feature is fire features. It's a magnet for people, I say it all the time, but you really want to have people be kind of pulled out of your house towards that, and fire does an amazing job with that. There's so many different ways to do fire features too, but you got fireplaces. You got fireplaces underneath covered structures. You got fire pits. And then you got fire pits with reflection walls. These are really nice, these reflection walls, because they're more inexpensive. They are going to put out a good amount of heat, but that reflection wall puts the heat right back into the space, as you're seeing here. Another really cool thing I like is a double-sided fireplace. Now, a double-sided fireplace is usually used when we have a structure. So on the inside of the structure, it's undercover, and you can put a TV on that. It looks really nice. It's kind of a nice outdoor room. But on the exterior of that outdoor room is the other side of the fireplace, and it creates a whole second destination. Very purposeful, one fireplace, two destinations. So I definitely would recommend at least considering that in your outdoor living design. My number three top feature for an outdoor space is water features. Now, water features have been a staple of backyards for a long time. Definitely people are attracted to water and that peaceful sound that water creates. Now, I just want to say this, the modern water feature can be a lot of different things. It could be that meandering classic stream with a pond at the end, and we have tons of examples that we're going to show you of that right here. Now, a water feature can also be a fountain. So depending on the style of the landscape that you have, you might do a Mediterranean style. If you do a Mediterranean style, you could easily use a pot water feature in your landscape. So there's a couple of different styles. You can just have the flower pot that bubbles up with water cascading over, creates beautiful sound, a nice little peaceful corner of the landscape. Then you could have fountains with a fountain spigot, I guess you would say, that is pouring into the flower pot. So another nice water feature you can add would be more of an Asian-inspired water feature. So you could do a deer chaser. You could also do just the classic bamboo spigot that pours into a rock boulder. So it's a beautiful look. Here's some examples of that. Another thing I like about a water feature is it is really a great little private retreat in your backyard. It really does give you a little peaceful oasis. I love putting it kind of off into a corner where you can put a little patio over by it. You can go out there, you can hang out, read a book, just kind of be alone and let the stress of the day melt away. So if you live in the city, if you have a road nearby, or if you're just in kind of a loud metropolitan area, another really amazing thing that a water feature offers is sound buffering. You can put a water feature in your backyard and all of a sudden you have a very nice buffer from that sound that is just there, give you that peaceful sound of nature, and I really love a water feature for that reason. So our number 4 feature is an outdoor cook space. You're gonna see some examples here. You can do an outdoor smoker. A smoker does a great job. Usually the smoker is either built in with an egg smoker format, as you're seeing in these examples. And then you can do a side burner. Side burners are wonderful for doing a side dish, corn on the cob, get a pot, fill it with water, and do whatever you need for your evening. The biggest thing I love about an outdoor kitchen is that once you're outside enjoying the evening with your family and friends, you're staying outside. So really, when you're thinking about your outdoor kitchen, overbuild it, do more than you think. Add another cook surface, add a lot of storage, because once you have your kitchen, you're not gonna wanna go in and out all the time looking for more things. One other popular addition to an outdoor feature that a lot of people are doing are outdoor pizza ovens. So I'm going to show you some examples of those. There's lots of different ways to do that. You can attach it to the outdoor kitchen itself, or it could be a separate cook space altogether. Here's some examples of the way those go. So our next feature that we want to talk about is outdoor garden spaces. This is right after the outdoor kitchens because a garden is something you can grow for your barbecue or for your home. Many of my clients, they'll have an outdoor garden and they'll go out and they'll grab what they need for their dinner at night. So think about that. Think about a garden space. You can do a greenhouse, and the greenhouse is going to be able to start a lot of your plants, a lot of your flowers, and a lot of your vegetables. You can put a raised garden bed right next to your area too. Look at this little space that we have here. We have a fire pit, we have a sitting area, but right next to that, in a small city home, is a raised garden bed. Beautiful, and she did a great job. This is her first raised garden bed that she ever grew, and she loved the challenge, so to speak, of growing her food in this little garden space. A garden space is also a nice little destination. Imagine just hanging out with your family and friends, and then all of a sudden you just want another area to go out to. So you can kind of create a little sitting area by it. And remember that a garden is therapy. So if you just want to go out and putter in your garden space, that's going to give you a nice peaceful time all by yourself, and a garden is going to pull you out of the house and get you active in your outdoor space. So one of my favorite features, and this is the next one that I'd recommend, is outdoor lighting. Now, outdoor lighting to me is a must because it's really going to change the way you use your space in the evening time. And you have a whole nother look of your outdoor space. And it's going to pull you outside. It's going to be attractive to look at from inside the house. And it's going to make maybe even a visitor that you have, it's going to make them want to wander outside as well. Of course, you want to light up destination. So you want to pull them from one area to another area using that lighting. String lights are becoming a staple point of a modern outdoor lighting design. You can put them over patios so they light up a dining area, or you can put them along a fence line, along a pathway, lighting up another destination. Another feature that I really want you to think about is outdoor sound. Now that's something that people usually don't realize the importance of thinking about until it's maybe a little bit too late. But outdoor sound is really important. If you have an outdoor living space, you want to have just the music playing in the background, or you want to be able to have the music blaring for a larger gathering. You want to be able to have people hear that sound. So really think about these, but I also like the built-in sound. If you have a built-in structure, you can easily do built-in sound speakers. Now I use Sonos for my interior of my home. So if you're using Sonos for your interior, you can easily add exterior Sonos speakers. You can add them up into your covered structures. You could do a Sonos soundbar, and you could even do a Sonos amp that controls everything. So really, you have a lot of flexibility with sound. I want to say this too, that Sonos makes outdoor speakers that are wonderful. Here's some examples of those. They're pointed up into the structure and they are amazing. They talk to the interior speakers. So you have an indoor-outdoor sound environment that is seamless. As you go in the house, you're hearing the same sound as you would go outside. So really think about Sonos as a nice outdoor and indoor sound system. Another feature is an outdoor shed. Really, an outdoor shed, the modern outdoor shed can be whatever you want. People are using those sheds for offices, or man caves, or she sheds, or just a storage shed, a traditional garden shed. The biggest benefit of a shed is just adding storage for your outdoor space. So we love our outdoor spaces in the summer times and the times that we can really use them. But if it's winter time, we might not be able to be out there as often. So a shed does a great job of keeping all of that stuff that we have in our outdoor space that we don't necessarily want out there all winter, we can put them in the shed. So a lot of people are using these sheds for an outdoor office. After COVID, people wanted to get out of their house and they just put a garden shed in, walk out and work all day, kind of separated from the rest of the family. So one of the fun features for man's best friend, of course, is having some dog features. We want to create spaces in our backyards for our pets, our dogs. Sometimes you want a space where your dogs can play, but not necessarily go into another part of your outdoor living space. Now you can do a lot of different things. It could be a dog run, it can be a dog house, it can be a play area for the dog. It's specific. And take a look at what we did here. We created this nice destination for the homeowner, but they wanted to have that fenced off, and so their dog can enjoy the rest of the yard while they enjoyed that space. Now, of course, they oftentimes brought their pet into that space with them, but they didn't want them to always have access to that space. So you can think about that, and that might be a nice thing for your pet. Another feature that is a must to think about is privacy. There's lots of different privacy features that you can think about, but I would strongly recommend thinking about privacy right now as you're thinking through your backyard space. You can use hedges, you can use trees, you can use plants. A lot of people are using privacy screens, but really privacy needs to be thought about. Most of us live in neighborhoods. We have neighbors with upper windows looking down into our space, and we want that to be our space. So think about privacy. It's a major concern for many people, and there's lots of different examples as you're seeing here. So there's your 10 top features for your backyard space. I hope you enjoyed that. We really do recommend privacy. We have a whole video on privacy right now, so go ahead and watch that video. It's going to give you all of the ideas behind privacy and what to do. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.